I'm going to take you through a very gentle practice today. It's going to introduce some touch and some self-massage and some gentle movement. The practice is going to be done on a chair, so you can either sit on a kitchen chair, sofa, it can even be done in bed or any comfortable seated position. What I'd recommend is if you have a vest top so that you can easily kind of touch the skin on your chest, that would be ideal. So from there, we're going to start with one hand onto the chest, one hand onto the belly. You can either keep your eyes open with a soft gaze down at the ground, or if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. And then just begin to tune into your feet, touching the ground. Feeling the pelvis settling into the support beneath you. And imagine you have a golden thread connecting your tailbone up to the crown of your head. So the crown of the head is lengthening upwards towards the sky, and the thread at the tailbone is anchoring you into the earth. Then begin to bring your attention to your hands. Feeling that connection between your hands and your body. Feeling the physical sensations between the skin on your hands and the skin on your body, or the clothes underneath you. Feeling the temperature, any subtle sensations underneath the hands. Perhaps feeling the movement of the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And imagine that you have another pair of hands, one resting at the back of the heart and another resting at the low back. And imagine you could breathe into each of these hands, breathing not just into the front, but into the hands at the back. Getting a sense of expansion as you inhale and drawing in as you exhale. Getting a sense of lengthening and slowing down the breath. Taking this time to connect into your body, into your breath. And just taking one more breath like this. And then from there, just gently blinking your eyes open if you have them closed. And then just moving the hands away. We're going to take one hand and begin to place it onto the other arm and just stroke up the arm. And doing that again. Just feeling that connection between the skin of your hands and the skin of your arm. Turning the palm the other way and stroking along the top of the arm. And again. Just waking up all of the little nerve fibers that lie underneath the skin and just swapping sides. Almost like you're giving yourself a nice stroke. And then turning the palm and doing the other side. Just stroking up the arm. And then from there, we're just going to find the sternum or the breastbone and just get a sense of sinking the fingertips either side of the sternum. Sinking down through the skin, through the muscles, through the connective tissue. And then just getting a sense of, as you sink in, just begin to kind of draw the fingertips out. So it's almost like you're plowing through the skin, through the muscle, through the connective tissue. Just getting a sense of opening up all of this tissue on the front of the body. And then again, you're going to bring the fingertips either side of the sternum, gently sink in and draw out. If there's any kind of sticky points, I've found a little bit of a sticky point on this right side, you can just pause there as you sink in with the fingertips. Just hold, pause, and draw it out. Do that one more time. So sinking the fingertips in, and then get a sense of kind of dragging the skin out to the side. And again, if you feel any kind of tight points or sticky points, just pausing there, breathing, and drawing out to the side. Good. You're going to take one hand, again finding the outside edge of the sternum, the breastbone, and then you're just going to do circular movements, and then almost as if you're again trying to draw the tissue towards the shoulder. So you're circling and drawing over towards the shoulder, and then you're kind of moving across the whole of that side of the chest. And again, if you find any sticky points, you just pause and hold and breathe. And again, just circling from the center of the chest, sinking the fingers in. You can use quite a bit of pressure. The pectoral muscles are strong muscles. You can even, as you draw the skin outward, you can turn the head to the other side. I'll do that one more time because that feels quite nice. So we're going to sink in, and as you take the fingertips across, you're going to turn the head to the side. And then from there, we'll do that on the other side. So you're going to start at the outside edge of the sternum, and you're going to do circular movements. And doing a circular movement and moving outward. And again, if you find any sticky points or tightness, you could just pause into those areas. And bringing it back, starting again. Circling with the fingertips. And I think the good thing about using touch is it just really brings us into our body, really connects us in. We're doing it in a loving way, even though it may feel quite tender in some areas. And then again, you're going to draw the tissue out towards the shoulder as you turn the head in the opposite direction. Bringing it back, and again, sinking in, drawing the tissue out towards the shoulder, turning the head to the opposite side. And then from there, you're just going to place the hands onto the chest, and you're going to draw the skin of the chest downwards. And then get a sense of the shoulder blades sliding down onto the back as well. So allowing the neck to become nice and free and long and lengthened. So skin drawing down on the front, shoulder blades sliding down the back. And then just begin to lift the chin. you should begin to feel a stretch on the front of the neck. And this is often an area that gets neglected. We often stretch into the sides and the back of the neck, but forget to stretch into the front. So the skin is still being drawn down on the front to create this kind of anchor point for this stretch. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. And then from there you can begin to explore movement from side to side. And then just feeling into any lines of tension that you may have. And anywhere in particular you can just pause and breathe. And you probably feel this kind of all the way up around the jaw, around the ear. This is one of my favorite stretches. And then to add on to it, you can create a really attractive face by drawing the chin forward. This should kind of add that extra tensioning that you feel. And again, explore different areas. Noticing if one side feels a little more restricted or tighter than the other. And then bringing the head back to center. And then from there, we're just going to take our right hand and place it onto the left side of the head. And then just gently drawing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just allow this left hand to be heavy, or you can even sit onto that left hand to allow that left shoulder to anchor down. From there, just allowing the chin to gently tuck in a little bit more. And again, just kind of finding, you can move the head a little, just to find where your particular line of tension is most. And then just pause there. Breathe. Imagine you have like gills on the side of your neck, like a fish, and you can breathe in and out through that area. And then from there, just creating a little resistance. So almost as if you're trying to bring your head back to center, but your hand isn't letting it. You really need to do about 10 to 15% here. Creating a little bit of strength in this end range position. Letting go of that resistance. Maybe there's a little bit more stretch available, but not forcing it. And then from there, you're just going to use your right hand to guide the head back to center. Release the left hand. Take the left hand onto the right side of the head. Just gently bringing it over to the left. Again, you can sit onto the hand or just have the hand heavy. And again, just allowing the chin to gently drop, and then just exploring where does your body need this stretch? Where is that line of tension that's most obvious? And then just pause there. And then from there, again, creating a little bit of resistance, so as if you're trying to bring your head back to center, but your hand isn't letting it. And again, only about 15 to 20%. Just creating a little bit of strength in this stretched position. And then from there, we're just going to gently assist the head back up. Release the hands. And then just shaking out the arms. Shaking up the upper body, just giving yourself a little wriggle, and then we'll finish up there. So I hope you enjoyed.